Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at the DFW Coaches Clinic here with the head coach of the Little Elm Lobos, Coach Joe Castillo. And, Coach, first off, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us after just coming out of a lecture.
Yes, sir. Just got through watching Kendall Miller talk about his dart scheme that they run. Very, very, very informative. We're going to play them next year, so
got a little advanced scouting, right?
Got a little head start, yeah.
There you go. First, let's talk about the clinic a little bit. You know, one of the best clinics on the winter clinic circuit, in my opinion. It's like a little coaching school in a lot of ways. So many great coaches, so many great speakers here. What makes the DFW clinic a really special clinic for you?
I think it kind of starts at the top. You know, Coach Martin, Joe Martin, has been running this clinic, him and Jeff Jordan and several other Garland guys. And I'm a Garland guy myself, North Garland guy, but, it really caters to the high school coaches. There's not a lot of fluff. It's guys coming in talking about their scheme, and it's just high school coaches. So, we're on the same level. So I just think obviously it starts at the top, and it's a great experience here at the Embassy Suites, and just very organized, and it's one of my favorite to come to.
And you can always take several things back to your program. You know, coaches, I say this, you guys are the biggest thieves out there in the world, you guys. But you're also the biggest. You give a lot. You could talk to a coach who you might end up playing, and he's willing to share with you. And I know you're willing to share. You guys can take so much information from each other. It's a great learning experience. I saw some young coaches out there drawing up plays and getting pieces of paper out and drawing plays up. That's what you would recommend for young coaches, right? Get out here and learn as much as you can, right?
Sure. They're probably going to run out of napkins here because that's where they're usually drawing all those plays on. But I got 10 of my guys from my staff are here. It's a way to network, obviously, but also just to see how other people do things. And, we do take from each other, and I think it makes us better as coaches. And it kind of validates what you're doing, too, sometimes. Like, that's kind of how we do it. So just a lot of information here and a lot of great coaches sharing their ideals.
All right, now as we get into that, we'll talk about realignment in a minute. That's the big talk every 2 years is when we have this clinic. It's always right before realignment, so we'll hit that in a second. But looking at your offseason program there at Little Elm, first off, you guys are kind of right there in the mix, trying to get a playoff spot and take that next step as a program. So what's the focus been with your kids this offseason? What's the message you and your coaches have had to your kids as the offseason really kind of starts to ramp up now?
Well, this is going on my third year, but I got hired in May, the first year I was here, and really, didn't have enough time for relationships, and that's the most important part. The second year, I thought we got a little bit better in that department, and now we're able to focus on everything in regards to, getting stronger, getting faster, great relationships, character building, all those things that you need in order to run a successful program. So the main focus, and it's kind of using your word, we're talking about focus as a skill, and I think we got to get better at that. We played a lot of young kids last year, and a lot of young kids coming back who are now going to be a year older, and we're fortunate. We just don't know what district we're going to be in. You're talking about realignment, but we're happy with what we have and the work that they've done so far in off season.
How do you approach realignment? Because you guys are a little bit unique. You're a one-school ISD in the middle of a metroplex, and in the middle, where you're located, there's a bunch of multi-school ISDs around you guys. So I call you guys kind of one of the ultimate floaters. You guys and Coppell are kind of the two teams that the UIL kind of sticks wherever they're needed to fill a district out. When you're trying to plan a non-district schedule and plan all those things out, it makes it a little bit difficult because you don't know which direction you're going to go. So you got to have, I think, multiple contingencies at play, because even though you don't know what the UIL is going to do, you always got to be prepared and not scrambling on Thursday, right?
Yeah, and there's scenarios that you want, and then there's scenarios that you don't want. But yes, it's a lot of planning, especially the pre-district games, because we're all in this DFW area, but a one-horse town can be stuck anywhere, like you said. And so I'm just really trying to focus on what I can control. Obviously, next February 1st, we'll know where we're at. And then, we'll have to go from there, and then hopefully the games that I've set up in preseason are good, and then we'll go from there and see, start scouting the new opponents if we have any, if we're not taken out of the district that we're currently in.
It's kind of an art when you're scheduling those non-district games, because you're trying to find someone that'll prepare you, maybe give you a certain look, et cetera, but also trying to find somebody who you're not going to be in a district with, right? So maybe that means you got to travel a little bit further just to eliminate that possibility, because you don't want to be scrambling on Thursday, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you're just, it's a guessing game, but you try to do the best you can, and kind of look at past realignments and everything, where teams have gone. And obviously, I even talked to you about where you think we're going in the Padilla.
I'll probably be wrong.
Just guys, giving you, their thoughts. Kind of does it mesh with my thoughts? But that's the hardest part. Every 2 years you're just waiting, and hopefully you get in the district that you can be competitive in. And I think we'll be competitive regardless of what district we're in this year.
Coach, appreciate your time. We'll let you get back to the rest of the clinic. I know so many great speakers you still got to listen to, so let you get back to it. We appreciate your time and appreciate what you do for student athletes here in the state of Texas.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.